Francis will have an historic meeting with G7 leaders. It will be the first pontiff to be addressing the summit. Pope Francis will also meet with President Biden just hours after Mr. Biden expressed his support for the Supreme Court ruling on abortion pills. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey is in Washington, D.C. this morning. And Tom, what's the Pope's message to the G7? And will Mr. Biden's support of the abortion pill ruling come up?
Obviously, very interesting timing with this meeting, Anna. Good morning. Look, this is the second time President Joe Biden will be meeting face-to-face with the Pope during his presidency. Literally at this hour, it's no mystery. There's wars being fought in Gaza as well as in Ukraine. So during this meeting, we expect the Pope to call for peace in those conflicts. But like you said, very interesting timing for this meeting with the Supreme Court voting unanimously to uphold full access to mifepristone, the abortion pill used in almost two-thirds of abortions here in the United States. President Joe Biden applauded that decision. Still remains unknown whether that exact point will come up during this meeting. But also of note, too, as you know, these world leaders come together and we get set for Pope Francis to meet with President Joe Biden. That earlier this morning, in fact, at the Vatican, Pope Francis met with dozens of comedians, among them Jimmy Fallon, Whoopi Goldberg, Chris Rock, all to talk with them and to talk more about how the church can better engage with pop culture. So the G7 summit bringing together world leaders, lots of topics to discuss. And one of the big photo ops and big things to focus on today will be the Pope's meeting with President Joe Biden.
Yeah, there we go. We'll be watching. And there was a lot of talk about China being a big focus of all these talks. So do you think we're going to be hearing much about Beijing today?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's going to be one of the main topics brought up at the G7 summit today. As I said, the ongoing war in Ukraine is a very big talker, as you can imagine, during this world summit. So a big focus today will be on China's support of Russia during the ongoing conflict, because these G7 countries support Ukraine and its ability to defend itself. Some big developments that came down yesterday, like that security agreement between the United States and Ukraine. So there'll probably be a lot more talk about China's support of Russia and how to navigate through that. Also, China's economy expected to come up today, with some European countries very worried about China's manufacturing industry and its ability to turn out cheap goods and to flood the local markets with that. European countries really wanting to avoid a trade war with China, but there's definitely some real world concerns out there about China's impact on the world economy, Anna.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.